he knows as soon as he sees the note.
And what time early in the morning?
Yeah. And obviously Patsy's wearing the same clothes she wore the night before.
Pictures of her at the White House.
Makeup.
Sure.
Who is that forensic pathologist?
Cyril Wecht?
No, the other one. Henry Lee?
That's right, yeah, from L.A. And
he said Patsy's side of the bed was never slept on.
And he also said that her pictures, they go to Fleet White's and Priscilla White's house for Christmas night. Patsy has on a sweater, those boots with, those. She answers the door in exactly the same clothes. In other words, and Patsy was a clothes horse. Yeah. Her makeup was on. I mean, she never went to bed.
She was up the whole night.
Up the whole night.
Found whatever she could to stage the incident once it got out of control. Again, I can't emphasize more. People, go to Amazon.com. The book is John Bonet, Inside the Ramsey Murder Investigation. You can get it for a couple bucks. You read this book, and it'll just blow the lid off of just what a colossal issue of incompetence among the DA's office.
It was bad.
And let's just say a handful of the Boulder police. Let's not paint the whole department.
Because there were guys whose careers ended because of this.
Yeah.
All right, pal. Happy New Year, Petey.
All right.
15 after the hour. One line is open. We're looking at the Ramsey case now years later, 1996. And we'll play more of our tunes. And as you know, we really thought about doing an opera. And we were going to stage it in Boulder. We'd probably gotten run out of time. Down the line, Don Reggae, Peter Boyle's Media Horror Productions present the next of our tunes. I say someday we should do the rock opera about the Ramseys, if you would, Chic.
Big John.
This was about John Ramsey. We wrote this one.
John.
Every morning on the mall you could see him arrive at Access Graphics around 8:35. His business put his game all over the map, and everybody knew you didn't give no crap to Big John.
Big John, Big John,
Big Bad John,
Big John.
Well, somebody said he's from Atlanta, GA, met a beauty queen and moved to Boulder to stay, but then tragedy struck and his daughter was killed. His friends turned their backs, relationships chilled for Big John. Accused his friends, threw them under the bus, implied the killer still walks among us, spread pamphlets and ads just to give people pause. Hell, he even tried to pin it on Santa Claus, Big John.
Big John, Big John,
Big Bad John,
Big John.
Then denials and posed publicity stunts, some strategy sessions and some outright punts. Went on CNN with his wife by his side, doing their best to look like they just cried, Big John. Launched a plan to sway the jury pool. They were playing every citizen for a fool. A true victim family with a PR team. Nothing more important than self-esteem to Big John.
Big John, Big John,
Big Bad John,
Big John.
Well, the Boulder folk just didn't know what to say. They all kind of wished it would all go away. But radio and TV and tabloids too kept waiting for the drop of the other shoe from Big John. And one day soon it'll all come apart when somebody close speaks straight from the heart. But for now he'll have to face the attacks, because everything seems to point right back at Big John.
Big John.
Big John.
Don Reggae, Peter Boyle's Media Horror Productions.
Big Bad John.
And of course, everything was set in Boulder.
Big John.
And of course, Boulder considered itself a perfect town. And of course, this could not happen. So Reggae and I went to work with apologies to Roy Orbison. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the next of our tunes. And it was entitled Only in Boulder. And by that time, I don't think we were allowed in Boulder anymore. But we still went. And this was a good one, Orbison.
Dumb, 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 really dumb. Way, 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 way out. Whoa, 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 whoa is us. Only in Boulder. Only in Boulder. Only in Boulder. Dumb, slipped away. Dumb, 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 really dumb. A little girl's murder, a riot or two, confused city leaders just don't know what to do. Only in Boulder, key evidence is shared with the prime suspect. Dumb, dumb, really dumb. Way, 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 way out. Whoa, 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 whoa is us. Only in Boulder. Only in Boulder. Only in Boulder. Dumb, dumb, really dumb. And the mayor doesn't want to know. Way, 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 way out. Only in Boulder. Dumb, dumb, really dumb. They let the prime suspect.
And the mayor, of course, was, remember the great Leslie? It's a wonder reggae could live there. 630 KHOW, Radio Free Denver on a Wednesday. Let's take some calls. Let's go jump here. Peter, you're on the radio show. Lines are full. Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Peter.
Yes, you're on the air.
Hey, Peter, I had an opportunity to meet John Bonet when she was like 3 years old. I used to work the Lights of Parade in Boulder.
All right.
And I was over there by the Army and Navy store. I used to set up all the groups of kids, the Boy Scouts and everything. And I met her mom. I was walking over to get some hot chocolate, and there was a Cadillac there, convertible, and there's this little girl in there, and she was dressed in like this little Miss Colorado outfit. I remember that. And I said to her, "Are you cold, honey? And you try some hot chocolate?" Because the car was parked right near the hot chocolate machine. And the mother came over and said, no, she's fine, she's fine. And I looked at her like, what are you, nuts?
Yeah.
It's freezing out here.
Yeah.
And then another thing, being from Boulder, I worked construction a lot back then, and a lot of the guys I knew worked on that home when they remodeled it before they moved in, supposedly. And the police were coming around. A lot of people had keys to the home. I don't know if they had the keys to unlock the doors, but the police found out that there was a lot of construction guys who had keys, and they were coming around looking for people to see if they still had their keys. And a couple of my friends had keys to the home, but I don't think you'd ever open the doors or anything. But one other thing that happened that was really strange while this was all going on was Pasta J lives in North Broadway. He lives up above, right where the bus stop is, just above there. He used to live there. I don't know if he still lives there. Well, my friends have a shop over there, and we were parked in the back of his shop. There's a whole chain of shops there. And it's like, it was a winter night, and it was like about, I don't know, 6:30, 5:30 at night. We're in this car, and we're just talking. We're, throwing a bowl. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes Pasta J and John Ramsey and some other big guy.
John Ramsey was an investment partner in Pasta J's.
Oh, I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
But anyways, we must have been parked facing his. There's a big, huge wall and fence, and we must have been parked facing Pasta J's house because they came flying out in a car out of nowhere.
Being bad guys.
And threatened us.
They chased, Pasta J. Alowski chased Lee Frank with a gun.
I didn't know.
Lee Frank is a freelancer. He's a good friend. And matter of fact, Sheik, see if we can get a phone number for Lee Frank because he chased him with a gun, and all those guys got away with it. I mean, it was Boulder is.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, it's totally nuts. And when that book was done, when Brennan co-wrote that book, Perfect Murder, Perfect Town, what strikes you is the Boulderites themselves could not believe that it happened because they live in a perfect town.
Yes.
And so, I mean, it was more about their own self-image, whether it was Alex Hunter, the DA, Colby the cop. Colby the cop used to, lecture. I was in rooms when he would pull out the Constitution, and suddenly he was going to lecture a bunch of media geeks about the Constitution. The last time I saw him, he was sitting in a circle in Winter Park with a bunch of young people, and he had a full beard and everything. And, it took everything I had not to walk over and say, you know what, man, you're a jerk.